today we got a young grinder, okay, a young multi-hyphenate, all right, if you're freaky, all right, if you're into that kind of stuff. I feel like I'm interviewing myself. I mean, really, I love it when I see a multi-hyphenate, all right, and this is a actor, all right, let's just start it off on actor, all right. Number two, all right, content creator, all right, that means social media, all right, creating great content, funny content, and comedian. All right, comedian, stand-up comedian. Okay, stand-up comedian got a new special out. He gonna tell you all about it. All right. Then also, this dude got some bars. All right, some serious bars, just like your boy. So I love it to bring in a great multi-hyphenate, funny guy. Everybody, give it up for Tony Cobain. What's good?
Yo, man.
Hey, I'm gravy, dog.
Man, thank you so much for having me, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. You are hilarious.
Hey man, you know there's people who like grind as hard as you, and I just kept scrolling on Instagram one day, and I really don't scroll that much on Instagram. I kind of just post and ghost, as they say. You know what I'm saying? But I still like to scroll, see what's trending or whatever, and I just kept seeing like your videos. And but didn't we meet at a comedy club? Didn't I meet you somewhere at the Chateau?
I don't know.
I thought I already had you saved on my friends list. Maybe not, but I thought I already
maybe,
had you.
maybe
Yeah.
we
You
met
ever done
some.
the Chateau? The
Nah,
Comedy Chateau? No, no. Okay, all
no.
right. We'll think
Where's
about
that?
it.
Is that LA?
No, North Hollywood. Yeah.
Yeah, nah, I never been there.
Oh, okay. All right. I used to host the open mic, but that's since
Oh,
done.
okay.
But look, man, hilarious guy. I notice you and you see you pumping out the videos, crazy, wacky videos, man, funny videos, man. So I was like, oh, I gotta get this dude. This is hilarious, man. So I gotta get him on the pod, man. So I just wanted to know, I mean, with such multi hyphenate, man, where you? Because I thought you was in LA, but you was like, oh, okay, no, I'm not in LA right now. I'll be back there in 6 months. I was like, oh, okay, dang. But where you originally from? Where you
Um,
from, basically?
I'm originally from DC.
Okay, Mambo
Yeah,
sauce.
yeah. I actually it's so
Uh,
weird. Uh,
Go ahead. Because of what?
oh, I thought I was breaking up.
No, no, no. You Gucci. You
You
Gucci.
scared me, man. I was like, oh no. You see, I'm trying to hold this
Yeah,
pose. I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah. I
you
see.
gotta get it perfect. I'm like, I am not. I look like a hostage situation right
Yeah,
now.
you
One of
do.
the,
Make sure
one of
you
the,
get your money at 10 o'clock. Say it. Say it. Tell them.
Not it's weird because like I'm from DC, but it's like I never been to a go-go.
Mm.
I never been
People,
to go. If like
pe-
for the folks that that
people.
watch podcasts, like go-go is like the
Oh yeah.
it is the Nash it not na- it is the it was established a couple years ago as the music of
Yeah.
DC.
Of course.
Um, so I never been to one. I'm Chuck Brown is a legend. Recipes to Chuck
Oh
Brown.
yes. R.I.P. Chuck Brown.
Yeah, he's like the godfather of it. And like I never had mumbo sauce.
Dang. I mean,
I
I
never,
never had it either. I just heard Wale rapped about it all the time. I was like,
yeah.
what's you know what I mean? But I mean, I just kept going for Howard Homecoming. So,
Oh
I
man,
ain't had time to
yeah.
I ain't had time to really like, participate in like what the local fairs are because I had my eyes on the local affairs. You know what I'm saying? HU.
Yeah, but not it is weird because grew up back and forth, on that I-95 New York DC, like
Mhm.
my whole life. My dad's family, some of them folks up from that way up in New York, going to New
Okay.
York, my whole life. Um, I was just about to say a thought, but it escaped me.
It's okay. It's all right, man.
I just lost that thought. But
Yeah.
but yeah. Oh no, but no. I am in LA. That's where I was going. I am in LA.
Mhm.
Every now and then I was standing out there in 2021, 2021.
Okay.
I love LA. LA is a beautiful place. Man, I'll be all over. I'll be down in Atlanta, You might
Oh,
see me
really?
at a Whole Foods and in North Carolina, deep
Hey,
down in
hey, what's up, baby?
Virginia.
Shouts
I'll
out to
be
North Carolina, man.
oh yeah. You're that's what yeah.
That's my home state,
Yep.
all right?
Yep.
You just kind of like a digital nomad, huh? You just kind of just wherever your hat's your home, huh?
Papa was a rolling nah,
Yeah.
nah, but nah, I like going to different places. Not I I just I go to these places to film and create stuff and perform. So that's why I be be all over on the hustle. Man, on the
Of
hustle.
course, man. As a stand-up comedian that you are, I'm pretty sure you're all over the place, man. And I just have some questions. You have a
So
brand new special. You just kind of tell us about your special you have going on.
okay, so I just released came out January 1st, Unorthodox, and you can get that on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple,
Mhm.
YouTube, whatever you use is everywhere. Look, you can get it free on my YouTube, the Tony Cobain Show. Just listen to it. So Unorthodox, it's a series of stand up albums I'm going to drop. You know how like how rappers do they mixtape series, like
Yeah,
Lil Wayne, Drought, 1, 2, 3, that type of stuff.
yeah.
So that's what this is. So Orthodox 2 might be out later this year. So how much is that's like my series of stand up,
Mhm.
projects. Unorthodox, man. Yeah.
That's cool. So we're gonna get on Orthodox already right now. I got some questions based on your new special,
Uh
Unorthodox,
oh.
and some of the stand-up you said on there. So, I mean, first question is, what problem do you have with women in Ultimas? You know what I mean? Ladies want to know what's the problem with women in Ultimas?
They drive too fast. Nah, uh, nah. It's no problem. It's just like um, it's like it's almost like a self fulfilling prophecy.
Right. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like I don't know what it is. Like we had talked before, and you was like, man, Ultimas and you had said
Honda Accords, Altimas,
ooh,
Honda
and
Accords.
Camrys
You
have
know,
had a
I've been in
chokehold.
low middle class for black people in America, man, for the
Yep.
past 20 something years, 25 years,
Yeah,
And them
man.
girls out, man,
It's
they
wild.
just we fell in love with them.
Yeah, now, but I don't know what like studies have proven every
Mhm.
time. Look, every time you see somebody driving reckless, and I hate to sound this way, every time you see somebody driving reckless, 9.3 times out of 10, it's an Altima, and it's like the woman with the long eyelashes, like,
Oh man, this dude up here
like
doing math based on women
yeah,
who drive Altimas. Wow, I didn't
yeah.
know you was a statistician.
I mean, no, but not like real talk. Like, it was so funny. I was driving with, I think, wait, I was driving my car,
Hmm.
and my sister was with me. She has an Altima.
Your sister has an Altima, of course.
Yes,
Well, man, I guess this theory proves right then.
she has an Altima, and she
Drive fast.
drives suspect. Yeah, and
Okay.
so we we were driving, and we got to a light, and to the right, when it is springtime, windows down,
Hmm.
in a car full of, all we heard was yes, and we heard that Glorilla song, and yeah, oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
And then I looked to the right, it was a car full, it was about five girls in one car, and the car was an Altima. I was like, here we
Ah,
go, self-fulfilling prophecy.
self-fulfilling prophecy. Sometimes the jokes just write themselves, baby.
Yeah, I was like, bro, like, yeah, that it was so funny. Like, I wish I could have captured that at like that moment. It was funny. It was funny.
Now, in your special Unorthodox, everybody streamed that. You mentioned that you're done with dating. Now, how old are you again? You're
Tw- tw-
retired from dating.
yeah, yeah, I'm retired. I'm retired. I'm
You said you
done.
how old?
I'll be 30 in two
Woo!
weeks. 2 weeks.
Young buck,
Two
man,
weeks.
about to be 30 years old
Phew, she's a
and
week.
already retired from
I'm
dating.
done. I'm done. It's dangerous game. Dangerous game.
But
It's
I mean, what's going on out there? I mean, I've been off the street for a long time. a good 10. So I just don't know.
Not,
Last
not
time I was on
here.
the streets, like I was, on that POF gang right before women started setting dudes up on POF. You know what I mean? Plenty of fish. Shouts out
Okay,
to all
yeah,
my people. You know what I mean? POF, if
uh-huh,
you know what you know. So before Tinder, right before
uh-huh,
Tinder, just like the year before Tinder dropped, you know
uh,
what I mean? I got off the streets. But I mean, what you seeing now? You just ain't found a young lady. Where you going? I feel like you just trying to meet them in the club at 29.
well,
I
nah,
feel like you're trying to meet them in the club and stuff.
but nah, you know something. So you know something crazy. Like I was going to the like I was going to the club. Like first time I went to a club, I was 22,
Mm,
22. And then I was going like quite a bit from 22, 23. Then I
yeah.
just got bored with it. Like I was like, yo, it's the same type of people here. Like this
Yeah.
is it's whack. Like it's same not that.
Are you saying is the club a scam? Is it a scam? If
I
you
mean, to me, because like say I don't drink, but
okay.
you can go so you can buy a bottle of alcohol at a store at a like liquor store or something. It costs like what like $25.
I mean, it depends.
Yeah, it depends on what you get, but like the club, like you go to the club, it them bottles be about $200.
Well, oh yeah, of course. They hiking them bottles up. I mean, shouts out to the Vegas culture, I guess, that started that crap.
Mm.
The bottle culture. Look, I ain't never bought no bottle. All right.
Yeah, me.
I've been
I did one time. I did one
I went
time.
to somebody who knew somebody's section
Uh
and
huh.
drunk from a bottle, but I ain't never like, I mean, I ain't been balling like that. I didn't have any drug dealer homies that actually had that I was at the club with that night. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? I just heard the stories in high school later, like, oh man, they was at the club popping bottles. I was like, oh, you ain't call me, you know what I mean? But never was in there popping bottles, you know what I mean? Even when Jada Kiss said it, Lil Wayne, pop bottles
Pop
like
Johnson.
champagne. Yeah.
Yeah, popping bottles.
Uh, yeah. So you're retired. You just ran through them all pretty much.
Well, okay, I had found myself attracting the type.
Mm. Oh, yeah, what's
I
that type?
ain't even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna
Girls on
lie. Like,
Instagram.
yeah, Instagram model type. I'm not even gonna
Uh,
lie. And that's like,
you got to
how that
stop.
go.
The algorithm brought you to those girls, so you got to stop double tapping it, man. You know what I
But
mean?
yo, nah, it was so crazy, right? The one of I was about to say the first, but I don't think that was the first one.
Damn.
No, but no, this was a funny story, right? This is a funny story.
Mhm.
I was with the same sister I just mentioned, and so okay, so this the same sister I just mentioned, she used to model as well, like do runway stuff. So I used to be with her at like the fashion week stuff, in New York and stuff, and like I would just go because I get to hang
Yeah.
around,
Oh
you
yeah.
know,
Why not? Now I ain't never been
models,
fashion week. Yeah, sure.
models and stuff. And so now it was funny. Me and her went to this vegan spot, and a day before I had saw this this Instagram model just popped up on my on my Facebook, and then
Okay.
yeah, but Facebook it just like popped up on my Facebook.
Mhm.
So I guess she was a Facebook model first, and then I saw her on Instagram. However that works, but whatever.
Wow.
But,
Well, ladies
that
and
was-
gentlemen, that's the power of Facebook right there. Just in case
yeah,
you don't
like
believe in it, you know what I mean.
yeah,
You can still find a Facebook thought first, and
yeah,
then oh
yeah,
sorry, and then follow over to Instagram.
yeah. So what happened was I saw her a day before on social media. So
Right.
me and my sister going to this vegan spot, and as we're coming out the vegan spot, I'm like, "Yo, look at it! Who is?" I'm like, "Who that is?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"Who's that?" I'm
Yeah.
like, I just saw. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just saw legs,
Mm.
and I was like, "Yo, who is that?"
Right.
And
Right.
then
Right.
I was like, she looks so familiar. Then I'm driving, I was like, oh, it was the. And then I went, then I slid in the DM like that same day, and then
Wow.
and then it was just crazy from there. but
And she was
not,
smart.
yeah.
We're like, well, okay. So what did you say? Just for people who are watching this, and they out there getting started. What did you say? The first thing you typed to her, "Hey, shorty, I just saw you at the vegan spot."
Yeah, that exactly. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like
Wow,
I'm not even. Look. I'm transparent.
wow.
Like I am transparent. Look, if ask like you got some guys who would like lie and be like, "No, I'll be in DMs." Look, I be in DMs. Like it is what it is. Like when I was actively pursuing.
Right. When you was
But
out.
yes, but nah. So I had DM'd her and I was like, "Hey, did I just see you at the vegan spot?" Did she like laugh and was like, "Probably." And then next thing you know, we like at the vegan spot like a couple days later.
Wow. Like I knew, man, like right when I started seeing that, and I was, LA different, right? You gotta go when I was going, when I get those Hollywood parties, and not even Hollywood parties, just regular black folks.
Mhm.
But they all actors party, you know what I mean? Uh,
Yeah.
but not A-list actors at all. So
Uh-huh.
it's like when you go to those events, right? And that's just people on our level hanging
Uh-huh.
out. um you just think about like, okay, cool, this is a good bit to be at. And I seen it. My boy was getting this girl number and she didn't ask for the number. All right, she went straight to his Instagram. Oh, what's your
Mhm.
Instagram? When I seen that back in 2010 or 11, I was like, what? She's not asking for his phone number. She just wants his Instagram, and she starts looking up on his phone, start looking it up.
Because it's
Right.
wild. It's wild. They do it for two reasons, right? One, they wanna see if you're worthy, air quote, worthy enough to have that number. They kind of want to like low key want to vet you, be like, okay, we're not about to give him the number. We'll just
Right.
give him an Instagram because we give him and we just block him on Instagram.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
and then they look at your amount of followers. They be like, wait a second, this dude got a hey, wait a second. So it's a
Sad,
interesting.
man. We got
It's
women out here acting like casting directors in Hollywood. You know what I mean? I saw the same thing. It went from, you know, and being in
man,
a Target commercial and being a actor. You can be the dad or you could be the brother. We'll put you guys together to make a family.
man.
Now it's just like, yo, you know, you're losing roles to people based off of their followers. And I mean, that was still around the same time, like 2013.
Bro, it's
20, it was
wild,
like, oh yeah, how many followers you got? I said, what? You know what I mean? Like,
bro.
don't worry about that. Just I can play the
It's
brother in this Target commercial. But also, how
it's
many
strange.
followers you got? So we got women acting like that, like casting directors. All right,
It's
cool.
wild, man. It's wild. I remember. It's really. That's what, like, rap, comedy, acting,
Mhm.
all this stuff, everything across the board. It's extreme. Social media is great, but it also has its downsides because everything is saturated.
Mm.
If like
Okay.
your grandmother could become viral,
Yeah.
overnight and get 1 million followers and can decide that she want to be a comedian,
Yeah. Hey,
and
man.
now she's a comedian.
Right.
And I remember when, and I get it from a business standpoint because, you know, if this person got a certain amount of followers, it helps with the marketing, it helps with the,
But
visibility.
it still never works out because even they do the math on that. It's only gonna be like 1% of your following that'll show up in
Mm,
the movie theater. You know what I
mm,
mean? Like just because you got 1 million
uh-huh.
followers doesn't mean that 1 million are coming to the theaters. And so
Exactly.
they did the math on that, but like casting directors or whatever production, they still don't they still think that that's what it is. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Even if you got 1,000 comments, you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like the thing at VidCon I was at working as an MC this past year, and I thought it was a meme. The girl on TikTok, I guess she had way more, tons of followers, maybe 1 million or so, and
Hmm.
she organized a meet and greet at VidCon in Anaheim this year. And I only saw her video that she posted. She's like, "Oh, I organized this meet and greet. Nobody showed up."
See,
You know what I
and
mean? So that's what I'm saying. That's less than 1%. That's 0%.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, it's like kind of like it's a smoke and mirror because yeah, it could appear that you're popping, but if you look under the hood, what do you have? What can you have? All like a lot of these people can't sustain that. They
Right.
get to, and I think eventually through time, time will tend to vet the people with the actual talent. It's
Right.
like I remember I met with this management company in New York, and I remember on they had like I'm waiting and they had me like fill out just like basic information about myself, and on it was like how many followers do you have on it, and basically they had told me they was like um they don't sign people with less than 10,000 followers, and I'm like, what?
What? This is acting
This was a acting, it's just like it was a management company for like actors,
in New
models.
York?
Yeah, New York, and
Dang.
they got some folks on their roster. I don't know if I should say their names, but they got
Well, you
some
ain't
like
got. Yeah, you ain't got to say their
yeah, they
name,
got
but
some folks. They got some folks, and I was like, okay, cool, cool. But I'm just saying, like, what if? Okay, okay, what if Denzel Washington had 2,000 followers? Are you not going to sign Denzel
right,
Washington? Come
right.
on,
I guess they'd be like, Denzel, get your followers up. I'm sorry. You know,
it's
it
funny.
is. But you know what? Coming up for me, just seeing both industries all together, right? With social media, I've been on social media before and just like doing different things, but not really like creating content. It went from, oh, I'm a rapper. I got a freaking whatever it was, MySpace. All
Mhm.
right, me, Asher Roth. All right,
Oh man, I
we just
haven't heard that name in a while.
yeah, man. Shouts out to Asher
Cool.
Roth, man. It was one of the. I was definitely in college when Asher Roth was out here. He was in college. He was a kid. But trying to get your MySpace popping, you drop your mixtape on all submitted to them to all the music sites, and then Jack Fifth had just started,
Hmm.
and so into like working at the interning at a record label, and then like them just getting talent, you know what I mean, and developing artists. So now I heard like it's the same thing with the record label. I seen like a TikTok of girls who's working at a record label now. And she's just like, yeah, they just only record labels don't even do artist development no more. They don't teach them how to be on the mic, the stage
Wow,
performance, how to
I
conduct
can
interviews.
tell.
Now they just wait for you to pop on Spotify, pop on, you know what I mean, pop on SoundCloud. You got those
Wow.
going and your IG popping. And now I heard that you got to be popping on TikTok because TikTok
Yep.
hurt. So if your music ain't popping on TikTok or you ain't got a TikTok song, and then they
Yep.
snatch up like that Curtis dude that did that song that was beating on the table. I forgot what it was, but
I don't even know
he
that one.
popped off. He popped off with that one little simple thing. He was beating on the table
Wow.
and rapping, and then like now the NBA had used his song last year, and he got a record deal.
What?
Yeah, just off that one, and it wasn't even a song. He was like beating on the table, and he just sung something, rapped something like, oh, what's the one? Getting off the work, then I getting off the work.
Dang.
I forgot what it. Dang, I forgot. But
There ain't so many TikTok songs, man. I don't even know. I
TikTok
just,
songs, man.
it's a
TikTok
lot. It's
songs, man. Yeah, if you ain't got no, you ain't popping on TikTok as a rapper, man. And that's what
man.
this girl's like. I was like, you know what I mean? Like it was never, even when MySpace got big with music, it was never the record labels wasn't like, oh, well, you ain't popping on MySpace, then don't even holler at us. You ain't popping. Then after MySpace, right? It's SoundCloud, right? It's, oh, you ain't
Hmm.
popping on SoundCloud. It start meaning
Yeah,
like SoundCloud rappers. You know what I mean? But how long you been rapping though?
man. So I never even wanted. I shouldn't say wanted. I never even thought of being a rapper or anything. Like it just never. It was never ever ever a thought of mine. Like it was
Right.
literally one day I just decided to start rapping. I was like, yo, I was not rapping. And
Wow.
yeah, and so I start like to like summarize my journey. Like I started out around 14, 15 years old. Around at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I started like studying theater and acting and stuff and doing stand up. Like I would catch the train after school and go to open mics and at the like basements of hotels in the back of pizza parlors. And I
Yeah.
remember this one time I did this. It was this pizza parlor called Lestrani's. It don't exist no more.
Rest in peace.
And
Rest in peace,
yeah, it
Pastrana.
don't. Yeah, and I remember I used to go there. That was like the summer one I used to always go to, like summer 2010, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the host was low key racist. He said something racist.
Oh
Like
man, that ain't good. In DC or New York?
this, I mean, now it was Virginia, like Arlington, Virginia.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains it then. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. But this is like the part of Virginia. It's DC basically. You know, it's right over the bridge. And so it it was probably like 10 people in the audience. 10 people in the
Yeah.
audience. I'm like 16 at the time. It's about three white people, seven
Mm-hmm.
black folks in the audience. I'm like 16, and there was this other comedian, probably a little older, and this was his first time doing stand up. Mind you,
Wow.
I'm still new. I'm still new. This is like my first summer, I think, doing it. First, so
Yeah.
for yeah, for I think I was maybe months in it, and then it was just me and mind you, open it's me and this other guy. This is his first open mic,
Yeah.
and the host, he's like shit, like it's about 10 people. It's a summer night. I
Yeah.
got 10 people here, and I only got two comics, and I got
Yeah.
this speech for 2 hours.
Oh wow.
Damn. And
Yeah.
so, man, this what happened. And I remember because I used to always see this this waitress. She was like real cool. And
Mm-hmm.
like the host got into it with the black lady. I don't think he said anything like let me take that back. I can't remember what he said. I just say he said something racist. But he got into it with the black ladies in the front. They got into it and then he just left.
The host got into it with the
He
black
got
lady.
into it and he just left. He
Wow.
just left. He just left,
Well,
man.
that's unprofessional.
He just left, man. And I remember I only had it. I had an amazing 3 minutes.
Wow. And
I had
yeah.
an amazing 3 minutes that I could stretch to a probably cool 7.
Wow. And you had to pull out an hour?
Bro, I was up there for about an hour. Because mind you,
Wow.
this other guy. This was his first time as an open mic,
Oh, so he definitely didn't have no hour in him.
bro. And then so I don't even remember. Like I just man, that was so
Crowd work, maybe?
pretty much. And so, but like that's like that's um that was my journey starting in stand up. I would do that, then take these summer intensive acting courses, blah blah blah. Fast forward, now I'm at Howard University, and
Okay.
so I had this web series. That I started at Howard that it got me a little recognition on Howard's campus, and so like I'm creating stuff, creating online content before I even knew about content creation. It was just I'm creating this stuff, and I'm like, oh, I just put it on the internet because
Why not?
that's what King Watch is doing.
Oh, yeah.
Like 'cause at that time, like it wasn't a lot of people putting stuff up on the internet.
This was
You had like
this was Vine, or this is when
well
off of
this was when Vine was popular,
oh, okay, so this
but
one.
yeah, it was when Vine was popular. This was like 2013, 2014.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then but it wasn't that many people. It was probably like a huge handful of folks that was and but you knew like, oh, that's such and such, that's
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
so one day I was like, it was Memorial Day weekend. It was Memorial Day weekend. And I was just like in the house, and I was like, I had heard this Chance the Rapper, this Chance the Rapper.
Oh, Chance the Rapper.
Yeah, I had heard this Chance the Rapper, and what's the dude that sound like he sounds like Raekwon from Wu Tang, the white guy.
Action Bronson. He sounds like
Yes,
Ghostface. Sounds like
yeah.
Ghostface.
Excuse me, Ghostface. Now, yeah, Ghostface. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Action
you the Wu, yeah, you the Wu Tang man right here.
That's
Yeah,
right,
so
baby.
yeah,
Wu-Tang
actually,
forever, baby.
yeah. So I had heard that it was a Chance the Rapper and Action Bronson song, and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah, that was a dope. That was dope. That was a fire
yeah,
song.
you know the one I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I can't think of it right now, but that
Mhm.
one. And so I had heard that. I'm just listening to it on Memorial Day weekend, and I was like, maybe I should. I was like,
Wow. You just
try
thought like,
this.
oh, these
Yeah,
these guys are rapping on this dope beat. Maybe
yeah, I could try this. And then so my cousin he had like a studio in his apartment, and I was like, yo, I kind of want to do like some parody like rap, like some funny
Mhm.
type stuff. And he showed me. He was like, oh, if you want to go that route, check out this dude.
Yeah.
Will be the bass guy.
Oh my gosh, Little B the bass guy. Man, that guy had the internet on a chokehold. You know what I mean?
Man,
I was like, what is this? And I just
man,
couldn't believe it. But he was from the
wonton soup.
and like, look, you from DC too, right? So I'm saying you're from DC, meaning you're from the East Coast like me.
Yes,
But
yeah,
DC from North Carolina, where I'm from, is like 4 hour, 3 hour trip.
three
But
four. Yeah.
three and a half. But I ain't know nothing about you're a jerk, the pack and all that. Well, not the
No,
jerk,
it's
not the jerk, no,
um
the pack,
yes, yeah.
the Vans, right? And
Got my
so,
band doing it. Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
ain't know nothing about that. I ain't know nothing about that. Like even my wife, she grew up with that, right? That was her
Mhm.
song, and she's like,
Yeah.
you know, you never. She played it for me. I never heard it. I was like, I don't know. They ain't played this in North Carolina on the radio, and of course, I'm
Well,
listening to stuff online, but not like, and even West Coast rappers from the Bay, but not like that. I'm listening to
yeah.
hieroglyphics. I'm
Mm.
listening to it was somebody else after them. I'm gonna say AC alone. He from LA, but Planet Asia. I'm listening to Planet Asia. You know what I'm saying? I'm wishing
Okay.
to, and whoever Sway and Tech plays. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I was hearing like clips on YouTube or something where it's so online they would play clips from Sway and Tech show and from the Bay. And then I was like, yo, so and then when he got his own show, Sway, and so I was just like, I don't know what this Van song is. So I didn't know he had all that. And then in the Bay, man, you get jealous of Texas and the Bay as a rapper. I was always jealous of them because, like Master P said, like you can be underground. And I'm like from North Carolina. No record labels wanted to come to North Carolina. Nobody did. You were begging them, they would come, throw a little, you throw the little, I don't want to say talent show, but like, you gotta like pay to perform type of
Hmm.
thing.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
somebody from the record label, they say a couple of words and that's it. They just there for
yeah,
the money. And
yeah.
we didn't know that was the hustle then, but we was like, oh, they hear from such and such records, Arista Records, whatever,
Uh-huh.
Def Jam, and they probably could be a low person. And so, yeah,
Mm.
Little B, I was like, he was already big with that song.
Yeah. Yep.
So I never heard it. And then I guess he left the pack and then started doing his own stuff. And he was already, I kept reading Dub XL. I was like, who is this guy?
Yep.
Who's this kid that everybody's going crazy? I was like,
Yep.
what is this? I listened
I
to it.
feel like I feel like him and Soldier Boy were literally like the first two internet rapper dudes. Like Soldier Boy was the first, but like Lil B was like, right there too.
Soldier Boy, first rapper, first
But
rapper, first
yeah,
rapper.
yeah.
I will say Soldier Boy definitely one of the first on a lot of stuff, but I will say the great podcaster right now, which is so crazy, Joe Budden
Uh-huh.
was the first to like be on the internet as a rapper when it comes
Hmm.
to blogs. All
Ah.
right. There was a blog that we started going to in college. and I think he might have shouted it out before, but it was called Box Den. Then they switched
Okay.
it. They switched the name to Beatbox, right?
Okay.
Beat dot box. That was years later. But Box Den, everybody knows it as Box Den, right? So we used to be on there. It's a rap one. It's a whole forum. It was like Reddit basically, but
Mm,
it was just urban. So it was like
okay.
chat different rooms you would post. It was rooms about rappers. You would drop some songs in it, instrumentals, drop some instrumentals in it, or you discuss this rapper's latest project. Somebody go in there and they discuss, oh, Nas just released the album, blah, 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 blah. Joe Budden had his own chat room,
Huh.
like his own discussion. It was Joe Budden. I'm telling you, he was the man on the internet was Joe
I
Budden.
didn't know that.
Mood music, all the mute every time. I don't know. I guess because he was the first one doing like emo rap. He was the
Huh.
first one. I was, his mixtapes was always emo to where he was just like talking about life and stuff and talking about being depressed. That's why he
Mm,
called it mood music. And
okay, I
so
didn't know
that's he
that.
would just yeah, man. And so like dudes on the I don't know, young dudes, whatever on the internet, they just love that. And
Man.
Joe Button he had the internet. He was the first rapper to do a reality show when he did it with oh no, first rapper to do the show with Tahiri. He was on YouTube. He was the first
Wow.
rapper to do that, like to record. He had his own reality show with. He just started recording her, and he was dating
Wow.
Tahiri. First rapper to do it. He was the first rapper. I was
Oh
like,
my
wait.
God.
I was
I
like,
did not know this.
this dude is
Wow.
posting stuff on YouTube with a. I was like, what is Joe Budden doing? You're a rapper. Why are you doing this YouTube stuff?
Wow. And shout out because shout out to Joe Budden because uh, I remember this song as like a child, but I just heard it again as now, and I was like, "Yo,
Yeah,
you remember the Joe? Remember that song? It's so random.
yeah,
I got it in my notes. I was like, I remember to download that.
yeah.
Marcus Houston featuring Joe Budden
Oh
clubbing.
yeah, in the club. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, I
Marcus
saw
Houston with the little couch dance.
yeah. I remember last. I think it was like last summer, maybe summer before that, 2020. Somehow,
Uh-huh.
these kids are younger than you.
Uh-huh.
They end up seeing these videos from from the 2000s,
Yep.
and like it's their first time seeing it, and so they'll just clip it. And I'm
Mhm.
like, and they were like, someone did the meme, like they just meme it out. It's like, oh, how come Mark Houston was doing this? You know what I mean? And then it was all they start because I think he's like all white, right? He got like all white linen or something up in the club, all right? And they just started like memeing this.
Up
I was,
in the club.
yeah, yeah. And so I was like, dang, I forgot about that song.
It just popped up on my YouTube one day. I was like, oh wow. I was like, man,
Yeah,
yeah.
see, that's the
Okay.
power. Now, next lesson is social media. That's the power of YouTube. Okay, YouTube will show you videos 15 years ago. Today, I saw somebody was like, well, I did the Snap video, right? I did the Snap
Uh-huh.
video today on IG and everything else,
Yeah.
and so because that sound was trending, and I
Uh-huh.
was like, man, I got this green screen. I took it off. I said, "What am I put in the background?" And I was like, "Oh, let me just see like maybe something from one of the Snap music videos that
Uh-huh.
they used to do in the music videos for Snap Music, D4L and all that. Let me just see." And like back in 2006, and I saw Little John or whatever. And next thing you know, when I hit search though, it showed me like, yeah, whatever D4 Laugh the Tap, it was like 15 years ago or something like that. I was like, dang.
Dang. Dang.
That YouTube will just serve you up old videos. They don't care. Hey, you like that? You want to see this from 15
Man.
years ago?
Man, you ever like just go down that dark
Rabbit hole.
YouTube rabbit hole? Like
Oh, I
what?
thought you were about to say, oh, okay. I'm about to, well, you go to dark OnlyFans rabbit hole? Well, how dark
No,
you
no,
going?
no.
YouTube ain't
Not
dark.
man. I remember like when we were like in the pandemic, like heavy in the pandemic.
Yeah.
Man, like I think probably that first or second weekend, it's like a Saturday, let's just say at noon.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on my couch and I'm on YouTube, and then like, bro, I swear like it's Sunday morning, and then I'm like, yo, like I literally like because I'm looking at like so this random series had popped up on my YouTube that I used to watch as a child called
Mhm.
this City Guys. I don't know if you remember that show,
Oh,
City
yeah.
Guys.
Of course, man. Anthony Anderson, man. Yeah.
The City Guy, no, City Guy. Anthony Anderson wasn't City Guys. It was Nick Cannon twin,
Who?
the guy that looked just like Nick Cannon. City Guys.
City
like
Guys.
remember this show?
I'm about to
They,
look
they,
it up. I
they,
remember they were in high school, right?
yeah, high school in New York, and um, it's like City Guys. um,
That's how it went.
it was
City
like
Guys.
yeah, no, but nah, it was basically that stereotypical like '90s, early 2000 type premise. You got the
Wesley
kid,
Jonathan.
Yes, Wesley Jonathan. So
Yeah.
the
Okay.
rough around the edges kid from like the hood or urban area, he goes to like the uppity type school, and I think this was in like upper east side or whatever. And then
Yeah.
they put him in those circumstances, and he's all the tomfoolery, and
Yeah. All the tomfoolery ensues.
yeah,
Um.
it was that one of them type of shows. So like it just popped up on my YouTube during the pandemic. The next, I think I watched like all two or three seasons, and did just like some other random videos popped up like um of course they gonna slap you in the face with the Illuminati ones.
Oh.
They
Oh
always
yeah.
slap
Yeah.
they always slap you in the face with those,
Yeah.
and usually like damn. 72 hours has passed. Luckily, we're
Yeah.
in a pandemic.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was and I would love to hear your take on it because as somebody who's a multi hyphenate, man, I'm pretty sure like, that was that was pretty rough. I was like doing DoorDash, I think, at that point.
Mhm.
But so I was like doing stuff during the day, but you know what I mean? Like it was pretty crazy just to be like, man, you can't for you're a stand-up comedian. So but for me, I do improv. So I'm like, well, wanted to get back to the improv stage and perform with people and stuff. And then you couldn't even like you couldn't perform with people and you couldn't film with people.
Bro,
Uh
it's wild, yo. Like it was wild. Like I remember, I had like this was it was 2020. It was like January 31st. It was January 31st, and I had hosted at I used to host at this at this improv show that they used to do at the Pit Theater in New York.
mhm. Okay.
I used to host it every now and then, and so I did that. It was January 31st, and I was supposed to do another one in March. Then I went down to Atlanta in February and I filmed something. This was like late February when they
2020?
2020,
Yeah.
and they had just started to like um oh this COVID thing, and I'm like I ain't gonna be nothing.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was at the hotel in Atlanta, it was a ghost. I was like, yo, where everybody at? And nobody
Yeah.
like because people were already kind of on guard. And then so I remember the weekend, that Friday when the stay at home order was implemented. I remember,
Valentine's Day, right? Valentine's
yeah,
weekend?
well, no, it
No,
was
you
like
said January.
mid March when it was implemented.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah. Because Atlanta
stay at
was
home.
outside, so I was still in Atlanta then. But
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
they was yeah,
I didn't leave till July that year. But Atlanta
yeah,
was they didn't care.
Atlanta
You had
was or Texas, man, or
oh no,
Texas.
yeah, yeah.
I
Texas
went
didn't
to a
care.
wedding in like 2021, and like I was like, y'all don't wear masks, like,
Right.
and I was like, yo, but now I remember I had told my mom and sisters, I was like, man, we're gonna be talking about something else next week.
Yeah.
Woo, we weren't,
That
but
that's so funny that you were hosting, right? And you went and did a project in
uh,
Atlanta
yeah,
right in February. I was living in Atlanta. Right in
dang,
February, I had to MC. I MC a lot of live events. So
uh-huh,
I MC'd the CIAA. All right. Shouts out to North Carolina Central, my
okay, okay,
HBCU that sent Dion packing. Um, I hosted CIAA tournament weekend in Charlotte. So I was an MC for cricket or something like that. And
okay,
so I was like, I saw my parents while I was there and came back. And I remember like literally came back. Cause I just like drive to Charlotte every day. It's an hour away from
mhm,
where we live, where my parents live. And so I remember I came back to Atlanta and it was like COVID, 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 COVID. Now they were
mhm.
still outside, but I remember like then I had to like get to Walmart to drive. It was just like how you said. I was thinking like next thing I like literally came back from doing that whole weekend at CIAA, and it was just like, oh, I'm thinking about my next gigs, whatever I'm
Um,
seeing other other basketball tournaments I'm going to MC at. and just like you said, it would just start
It was
crazy.
wild. In retrospect though, I wish so like it was just like it was a weird time. It was like it was
Yeah,
weird.
yeah,
But I
man.
was like, but like I low key like I'm getting the rentals for about $20 a day.
Oh
Everything was
yeah,
getting
they
the
heard,
rentals,
heard they was cheap.
bro.
Yeah.
I'm getting the rentals. I'm not even man. I'm getting the rentals for like a week, about $60 a week. And
Wow.
I'm driving from I drove to Atlanta, and this is during the pandemic. I drove to Atlanta. I'm driving back and forth to New York. I'm driving down in Harrisonburg, Virginia. I went to Texas one time. I went well this was like 2021 though. I went out to stay at LA for a bit.
Yeah.
Um but it was in retrospect though, I wish I would have took advantage
Mm.
of
But that was the
scamming more.
advantage.
Nah, I'm joking. Nah, I wish I would have took advantage of like the online content creation part
Mm.
because I just really started posting frequently.
Oh, wow,
Like
really?
yeah, like um probably like I always post, but I wouldn't post that frequent. You
Yeah.
know, so but I started posting a lot probably like in 2022. Like I wasn't really like I was low key like I always had this thing with social media. I was like kind of
Yeah, it wasn't
anti
them yeah, yeah, one of them
social.
purists, anti-social media, yeah.
Yeah, at one point, like I
Yeah.
still always seem to get like a somewhat of a following, but I never used it to my advantage like that. And like when we were in the in a pandemic, like I was creating, like I did an album, I had did a music album, and
Yeah.
I did some music videos, but I wasn't really taking advantage of the the short form content, creation side of it.
Yeah.
Um, Cause like looking back, I was cause now what I'm doing with it, I'm like, damn, imagine if I was doing this then. I was like, damn.
Yeah. I mean, you never know. I mean, some people benefited, right? Some people, you know, I know I think Godfrey said that he was going live every night. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Like late night. I know I've been following him. It's so funny. When I went to New York a couple months ago, I was gonna DM him like, "Yo, man, I'm here just to get on your podcast." And literally, when I was going to Brooklyn to see
uh-huh.
my boy, Godfrey walked past me.
Bro, that is so random. I was about to say like I have like this was years ago. I randomly saw Godfrey and like just he was just walking. And I was like, that's dude.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I've followed Godfrey since I was in college, and I remember he cut his hair the first time. I DM him on Instagram. I said, "Dude, you cut your hair?" He's like, "Yep," because I had not seen him in a while or
Uh-huh.
whatever. I didn't know he had a podcast, and yeah, I saw like on Instagram. I was like, I don't know, maybe just like you said, stuff pops in your head. Like, what's up with Godfrey? Because
Yeah.
I think about certain comedians when I was in college. Right, I'm rapping like straight up hardcore rapping.
Uh-huh.
My song is on the radio. I'm trying to get a record deal. I got a manager. We supposed to open up for 50 Cent,
Oh
trying to
man.
open up for Kanye West.
Oh.
And a lot of stuff was in the works and just like trying to get begging record labels to come to North Carolina. They don't want to do it, you know. And so, but I think about like when I was back in the dorm, I'm watching like, I don't know what we had, HBO or something on campus, and it's like, or seeing stuff online. Like Godfrey was out, Mike Epps, you know what I mean? Those comedians, then like but you when you don't, I hate to feel like the regular, because I understand that what they saying too. Like when you haven't, they've been doing it for so long, they've been doing stand up, you don't see them though. When it comes to
Mhm.
stand up comedians, if you don't go to the show without social media, you don't see them,
Mhm.
right? So in your mind, you think, oh man, they ain't been on no TV, no movies. All Hollywood just shows Kev, and that's it. And so,
Yeah.
which just sucks, like it's just like, oh man, I remember Godfrey was funny then when I was in college.
Mhm.
Oh, this dude's hilarious. And yeah, I end up, seeing that. I followed him and check out his podcast, and just, I still haven't been to a live show, but I listen to the podcast every week. Shouts out to Godfrey. Um, And yeah, man. But I hate to be devil's advocate here, but that's the power of social media,
Uh-huh.
right? And that's the power of social media. Like for me, I started like I was already on TikTok. I was already doing TikToks, but then I started like, just going even harder on TikTok, I guess. You know, since I couldn't film nobody, that's what started this trend. I've never filmed by myself like that much, this
Yeah.
much. I usually
That
been
was
filming with
another
people.
thing too. Like I was like, the hell I'm gonna do by myself?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And then people start doing those skits like,
Yeah.
with themselves. And like I couldn't film with people. I didn't want to catch, the 19, you know what I mean? And so I just kept, seeing what other people, solo creators do and kept doing that. And I would just, knocking out these TikToks, man. But look, we got some other questions for you right now.
Okay.
Quick fire questions here. You
Okay.
talked about in your special about you're 29 years old, you're about to retire, 29 and a half, about to
Uh-huh.
retire from dating ladies. All right. Um, Amber Rose's baby daddy is dating Cher. He's 36 and she's 76. How old is too old?
Ooh, yeah, that's too right there. Okay, 36.
Do you
Ooh,
believe in love after love?
man.
That's
He,
love after at 76. That's love after love after love after love.
yeah,
You know
he,
what I
he,
mean? You
he
somebody's great grandma.
yeah, he's dating for a come up. That's
Right.
what that is because ain't no way. Ain't I
70.
ain't no 76.
When he was born, she was 40.
40. Whoa. Bro,
Hey
mom.
man, he's
I,
he's
I,
just checking
I,
out,
I'm,
man. He's just
I'm,
like, yo, man, I'm going for the bag. I'm going for
I'm
the bag. All right.
positive. I'm positive that dude's mom is probably at least 25 years younger than Cher.
Right. Right.
That's wild.
Like
That's
definitely. So basically, he's dating his grandma.
yeah, yeah. Wild, man.
Right out here,
Wild.
man.
But
Look,
look,
man. Look, I ain't
I
out
don't
here to
judge, man.
judge.
I don't
Hey,
judge it. This
it's gas is high. Sometimes, and we got a
eggs.
baby recession. I don't know what they call this, but look, man. I looked at freaking a thing. These eggs, though. I need to do a skit about eggs. These eggs. I think you said something about eggs too, right? Did you
Yeah,
post something about eggs? I just thought
yeah.
about, but I think that helped me think about a skit too. I was like, oh, okay, a skit that everyone did last year with TikTok, but I'm gonna I'm gonna transfer. I did a COVID skit where I think I was drug dealing toilet paper. So I just think so I do the same, probably do the same skit, but it'd be eggs.
Uh,
But yeah, yeah, like these eggs is, man. I'm looking at these groceries like, man, I need to work at a grocery store so I can just steal groceries. That's how high it is right now.
man.
All right. So I need to know, all right.
Okay.
The question is, since you're a rapper, you're a hip hop bar giver like me, all right, you
Okay.
got high production music videos. Make sure y'all check it out. And plus, you got a dope rapper name. I was always jealous of rappers who use their real name. There was a section where there's rappers that go by the Lil, right? The little
Yeah,
this, the little
that
right,
area.
right?
Yeah.
There's other rappers that put two things together to try to make a name, Lupe Fiasco, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. And then
That
there's other rappers that, have the one syllable name, right? Like the one name,
Drake.
Jadakiss, the
Yeah.
one Drake, right?
Yeah.
Just one name. It makes it
Yeah.
easier. Boom. Just say, oh, what's your name? What's your, when you do a perform, and they're like, but it's like, oh, what's your name? You know what I mean? It's what
Yeah.
again? How you pronounce it? Cy Young. Cy Young, man. All right, okay. And so, but when they say Drake, it's just so easy. Drake,
Drake.
roll off the tongue.
Drake.
Wale, which I
Wow.
thought was whale. Like, who's this whale dude from DC they keep talking about? Now, see, Wale is easier. Speaking of DC in my hip hop history, Wale is easier than Tabby Bonet. Put it
Yeah.
in the pocket.
Yeah.
Put it in the
Yeah.
pocket.
Yeah.
Pocket. Oh man, girls used to be in the club. Oh, that was just such a good time, man. I'm telling you, man, that was such a good time. And it just girls, we just be like, put it. They be touching your pocket and stuff, and just like, like yo, I'm full. Oh man, y'all look. Shouts out to Toby Bonet, Tabby Bonet,
Yeah.
and for me, And I don't know. I think about the new music I'm gonna make this year. Finally, I kind of took a year off, and I'm sorry we getting sidetracked. But hey, it is what it's a podcast.
Yeah.
We talking rapping now. I told
Yeah.
you, you know what I mean. At first, I like. It's like, oh man, you know who I was listening to? I like a couple of veins. I mean, yes, I love Griselda, but my stuff similar to yours is for me is super lyrical. But then I got
Mhm.
like some funny bars in there, of course, a lot of
Uh-huh.
punchlines. And but I think about like artists who had like this nice little wave, right? Tabby Bonet, man, dang, he had a nice, he just like a cool vibe rapper, and then it
Yeah.
had the DC Go-Go. Ah,
Yeah.
man, it's like, man, the dude should have been another person I listened to in the gym today was the 2006, I think, B.O.B. Oh man,
Man.
B.O.B. I listened to it today. I listened to it today. Like the song, like you
Mm.
just said, the song popped in my head. You know, that popped in your feed, but like the song popped in my head. Songs popped in my head like rhymes
Yeah.
used to.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, damn, let me listen to this old. I mean, B.O.B. He
Yeah.
had, I mean, he had pop hits.
Yeah.
You know, he had Bruno Mars first. Yeah, like I was like,
Man.
dude. And I remember him from the mixtapes.
Uh-huh.
I was like, he was with Tabby Monet and not the table with Tabby Monet, but I remember B.O.B.'s mixtapes. And I
Hmm.
just like this dude went from mixtapes rapping this way to now he's like doing pop records.
Yeah.
Crazy,
Man.
crazy. But look, speaking of, well, I say all that to say, this is a rappers. I need to know right now your top 5 rappers,
Okay.
but they have to be TV dads only. All right, this is the
Okay.
Kenyonlong show. Top 5 rappers, but they have to be TV dads only. Do you want me to go first, or you need to think about it?
No, I know. I got.
All right, let's
Let's see.
go.
Let's see. Let's see. Damon Wayans.
Damon Wayans.
Damon
Oh,
Wayans.
from My Wife and Kids. Okay,
Yes. Damon
all right,
Wayans.
that's one.
Um.
Thinking.
Cedric the Entertainer.
Ooh,
Uh,
from
the new show with
new
Patty.
show. Okay,
The
yeah,
Neighborhood.
neighborhood. Yeah, I love the neighborhood. That
Um,
kind of reminds me of my dad. But yes, yes. Okay, Cedric
Cedric.
Entertainer. That's 2.
Mike Epps.
Mike Epps and his new show.
Yeah, that
Yes.
new show. The
Yep.
Upstairs.
The Upstars. Yeah.
Um,
2 more. 2 more.
George Lopez.
George Lopez.
George Lopez.
Yeah.
Um,
1 more.
let me see.
Uh,
Let me see. Let me see. One
you
more.
can
One
do
more.
it.
One more. Damn.
1 more TV dad
Um,
on your top rapper list.
let me see. Oh, damn. You know what? I'm gonna throw in Marlon Wayans.
Marlon Wayans. Oh, from
Yeah,
his show, Marlon.
yeah, Marlon.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, okay. All right, Marlon. All right, okay. Interesting pick, but
yeah.
they would all be dope rappers in their own right. Um, I chose just based on my age. You're way younger than me, but I chose Al Bundy. All
Okay.
right. I got who else I have? I have James from Good Time. Okay. Damn.
That's that'd be he'll be the like ad lib like hype.
Yeah. Florida. James from Good Time. All right. I got Carl's Winslow, of course. Man, he in a new
Okay.
commercial. You see the new
Oh
commercial
yeah,
he
yeah,
got?
yeah,
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 TV
I did.
dads.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so I got Carl's Winslow, of course. And of course, I got Al Bundy.
Hmm.
Al Bundy, man,
Okay.
as the rapper, of course.
Okay.
And in the number 1 spot, you didn't rank yours, but the number 1 spot for me for top TV dads, top rappers that will be TV dads only is Bernie Mac. I ain't scared of you, I ain't scared of you.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a
man, gotta have Bernie on there, man.
that's a good. I gotta throw. I gotta throw in an honorable mention.
Okay, who's the honorable mention?
Homer Simpson.
Oh, you know what? I thought about Homer and Simpsons today. I thought about, man, you know what? Maybe it could be animation too. I didn't really think about it. Homer Simpson been out forever. All right.
Forever. Like the world is going to end. The world is going to end in like
The
when
Simpsons will
like
still be on.
it's to still be playing somehow. Like it's just going to be like just a couple cockroaches crawling around and some birds flying and like nobody gonna be here but the Simpsons.
Yo, it's death, it's taxes, and it's the Simpsons. It's and roach and cockroaches. That's a guarantees.
Yeah,
Cockroaches ain't going anywhere.
yeah,
They've been here since Jurassic Park. Another
man.
last question here.
Yes,
We
sir.
all know AI is popular right now. AI is super popping.
Really?
I'm
Oh,
yes. AI is popping. A
I
lot of
was
AI
Allen
apps.
Iverson. I was like, what
Not
did you
AI,
do?
yes,
What
not
did
Allen
you do?
Iverson, not what the girls in Virginia used to call me because I had the Iverson braids.
Oh, yeah, the
You know what I mean? Uh AI is popping right now. And
okay.
literally, I did see a TikTok based off a podcast clip off of this. But my answer is this: would you let and the most popular AI that which is now shut down right now because you guys broke it, they're looking to get some money probably. Got to melt the servers down
Oh shoot.
is that chat gpt you it can write rhymes for you, it can do some jokes for you as well, and you all you gotta do is tell you the premise of it, and then you say write this in the vein of George Lopez, and it'll try to write some jokes based on what George Lopez would say. So my question for you, whenever chat gpt comes back up again, or any AI that does text, the question for you is: would you ever let Chat GPT or AI, would you ever let AI write your jokes?
Bro, that's so wild because I've been hearing about that chat some CPT, I've been
GPT.
GPT.
GPT, are you with me?
Yeah, I've been hearing about that. I didn't know what it was. I was like, what? I thought it was just some dude, some YouTube dude. Like I didn't know what
Yo.
it was.
Oh man, everybody watching Chat GPT on YouTube, man. I gotta see what he talking about.
Yeah, I didn't know what. So it's AI. I did not know. Nah, man. Like I wouldn't let no. See, like I watch a lot of movies, and um, this is exactly how Terminator began. This is
Mm.
exactly how Ultron began. Like this is
Oh, God.
yeah, it's innocent now. Oh, get the AI to write your rhymes, write your jokes. The next thing you know, they killing and taking over. Like it's wild.
Mm.
Like no, I'm sorry. I like look. I might. I'm telling you. Like some point in the future is gonna get to some Terminator type stuff. I'm good. Like somebody posted a video on TikTok here in DC by the convention center. There were these like robotic dogs.
You just seen them? You from DC. They made them in what's the smart school right there? MIT. They made those dogs at MIT.
I made those at MIT.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
They
Yeah.
made them at MIT, man. You should have
I
saw
just
them first before all of us.
not like I'm man.
That should have been on y'all local news first. I remember I saw it on on Twitter, I think first. And I saw literally it was like robot. It was like 2 years ago. It was like 2019, I think. It was like 2019 before the pandemic. I was like robot
okay.
dogs. It was just only one.
It
Next
was
thing
like
you know,
a gang of them. They was just it was some it was
yeah,
freaking.
now they got a gang. First, it was one robot dog. It was
What?
like barely crawling. I do. I'm just trying to. You know what I mean? That's like a fell on the side and stuff. Next thing you know, the next summer at MIT, this sucker was up here. You know what I mean? Doing a little two step. Listen to some go
That's
go.
scary.
He had his little feet like this. I mean, he had his little feet like this. I was like, I'm like, what the heck? And next thing you know, the next 2 summers, it's a whole pack of dogs, whole pack of robot dogs. I'm
Oh,
like,
man.
oh, okay, that's
Yeah,
what
I
we
don't like
doing.
this. I don't like this, man. I don't
Well,
like
they already got the little robot servers that came with the server at some restaurants. I haven't been to. I had a friend who been in one restaurant. It's a server. It's a little robot server that has a tray on it and just comes to your table,
yeah.
and I guess gives you your drinks. You gotta take the drinks off of it. Like you got to work
because that show, that cartoon, Jetsons, right?
Jetsons, man. Get it right, man.
I almost
Come
said
on.
the Jeffersons, the
Shouts out,
Jetsons.
shouts out to Spacey Sprockets.
Jetsons. But a lot of the stuff that's happening now, like minus the flying cars.
Right. Where's my flying car at, man?
Yeah,
Where's
like, and they have them. They have them somewhere. I
Yeah,
know
they got two projects, a 3 or
Yeah.
something. One's kind of like it's like a big drone, basically. They call it a prototol or something, human propeller system, whatever. But it's like a big drone in a bubble. So it kind of has the bubble of the Jetsons, like you said, right? But the rest of it's like the 6 blades of a drone that you would fly. And
but you gotta think about this, right? Folks drive wild and reckless. There's so many accidents and
right,
traffic
in Ultimas.
on the in Altimas on the ground. Imagine you got a flying Altima. Nobody. No, sir. I am
Right. Yeah. Especially they from LA, boy. As soon as this rain drop on LA, they don't know how to drive. People in LA don't know like to go too fast or go too slow. They're just like, yo, just drive normal. And they just be doing one or the other. Like, what are you doing? Why are you going 90 and hydroplaning?
Oh,
well, look, man, Tony, it's been great honor to have the great Tony Cobain.
And thank you for having me on your show, man.
Man.
I love what you're doing, man.
Oh man, I'm just trying to be like you when I grew up. You know what I'm saying? All right. But tell the world where they can check you out at. Check out the new special. Plug what you want to plug, bro, on the Kenyonlong podcast. Go ahead.
Yo, so my special Unorthodox, it's already out. It's out on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Amazon, all that's Apple, all that. You go to YouTube, get it. Look, hit me up on Instagram. I'll DM you the actual file. But
like that.
And I'll give you just listen to it. My TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff is I am Tony Cobain, spelled normal, no underscores. The YouTube page is the Tony Cobain Show. Website TonyCobainShow.com. I'm super easy to find. I ain't one of those folks that be you send them a DM and they don't open it, or I be opening all DMs, even the crazy ones.
That's what I say. I tell people, I'm DM friendly. You know what I mean? But everybody else wants to help me grow my Instagram page for $100. So anyway, that's the DMs I get. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I ain't getting IG models. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't had any in a while. Now, and the reason that I'm just trying to just focus.
Right. To
get to this next levels, and it requires a certain amount of focus, and so that's the real reason I quit dating. I just turned it into a joke, but that actually happened though. But that's the real reason.